So guys, it's been a long time since we've seen, as Bulls fans, to see our team have a 3-game winning streak. The last time the Bulls completed a 3-game streak was in February of 2019, and I actually misspoke in my pregame video. I could have sworn the last time the Bulls had a win streak that long was at the beginning of the 2017-18 season, where they somehow won 7 in a row. This was the first season right after the Butler trade, but according to Rob Schaefer of NBC Sports Chicago, the Bulls actually had a 3-game winning streak, which ended in February 2019. Regardless, still a very long time. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Bulls Central here. I hope you're all doing well. This was another really great game for the Bulls. They were a little sloppy at times, especially at the beginning of the fourth quarter. The Hornets made a few runs and they cut the lead to 6 a couple of times, which worried me a little. I think anytime we start to see the opposing team go on a little run in the fourth quarter, we get reminded of the game against the Thunder, but it's clear that the Bulls have used that as a learning experience and have won 3 straight now, bouncing back after that really devastating loss. And what I like the most is that they've been able to close out all 3 of these games, even when all of the opponents have started closing the gap towards the end of the game. Billy Donovan, he's made some nice adjustments and now closing out the game with the veterans, which is the right call. They have performed much better in those clutch situations for the team, which is expected. That's why they're experienced vets. So I do like that he started to go now with a different lineup to close out the games. On top of that, the Bulls tied a new franchise record for their 7th straight game with 115 plus points, which granted, the NBA has recently started producing higher and higher scoring total numbers for every game with every passing year. In the 90s and the early 2000s, it was very rare for a team to average more than 115 points per game. I mean, there were periods in the early 2000s, even in the late 90s, where it was very common for a team, a final score to be 77 to 72. You just don't see that anymore nowadays. It's all about offense. But at any rate, still a very impressive win for the Bulls. I mean, if you remember last season, there were some games where they really struggled to find scoring outside of Lavine. And that's what I've really liked seeing in these most recent games from the Bulls, is the even distribution of scoring, the ball movement, and getting guys involved. Lavine had 25 tonight, Markkanen 23, and Coby 18. Then you had Temple and Otto with 15 and 13 respectively off the bench. I honestly can't say enough about how good Garrett Temple has been for this team this year coming off the bench. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. He was plus 15 on the night on 31 minutes. Just a great outing for him. This has been one of the Bulls' best signings that we've seen in a while. As I mentioned, Lavine had 25 points, but more importantly, he had 9 assists. Again, being more of that playmaker, getting his teammates involved. It's exactly what we've been needing to see from Zach as our best player and our team leader. He also had 6 rebounds to go along with that. He had 8 for 12 shooting, and guys, only 2 turnovers from Lavine tonight. This was one of Zach's better performances of the season. I know some people would say he was better in those games where, he had scored in the high 30s, even he scored over 40. But no, I think Zach is a much more effective player when he's playing smart and getting the team involved and scoring when the opportunity is right for him, and that's what he did tonight. Coby White also had 8 assists to go along with his 18 points, which is great to see from your backcourt. Both of them facilitating the ball well and running the floor effectively. And guys, the Bulls only had 15 turnovers tonight. And when you take care of the ball, good things happen. 33 assists to 15 turnovers, that's the best turnover to assist ratio the Bulls have had all season. Not only that, they shot 51% from the field as a team. Like I said, this was a really great game for them all around. Now, it was against a team that has been struggling in the Hornets. This is their 4th straight loss, but the Bulls took care of business and won a game they were supposed to win, and that's what you like to see if you're a Bulls fan. Now, one of my keys to the game was locking up Gordon Hayward, and they kind of let Hayward get anything he wanted. He had 34 points, and he shot 12 for 20, but they did do a great job at limiting Terry Rozier's offense. And at the end of the day, the Bulls did what they needed to do on their offensive front, and I mentioned the Bulls can win in a shootout against this team, so as long as they are able to limit one of Rozier or Hayward, they should be in good shape, and that's what they did tonight. I will say I was pretty impressed with LaMelo Ball. He's actually a really good aggressive player, an incredible passer. If you saw some of my pre-draft videos, I talked about how I thought this kid was really overrated and wasn't going to amount to much in the league, and that he was really just hyped. I didn't think he was going to be a bust by any means, but not a star player, but he's really proven me wrong. He is a solid player for a 19-year-old, and unlike his brother Lonzo, he actually plays with energy and hustle. He just seems like he wants it more than Lonzo, more engaged, more focused. So I actually really liked what I saw from him. Anyway, a great win, but the Bulls will have a tough assignment tomorrow night. Not only is it going to be a back-to-back game on a traveling night, but they'll also be taking on the Lakers. And even though the Bulls played a great game against them in LA and had a shot at winning it, the Lakers also didn't have Anthony Davis in that game, and it sounds like AD will be available for this game, at least as of right now. And hopefully the Bulls can ride that confidence of this win streak into tomorrow's game and get another W against the defending champs. That's all I've got for you guys for now. I'll be back with another live game chat for tomorrow's matchup. If you want to have a discussion live with me and others from the channel during the game, feel free to join. And also feel free to join the Discord server as well if you haven't already. I'll leave that link in the description below. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one.